Let's run some good joints real quick, man. Top of the morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you're just not tuning in, hey man, I appreciate you, man. Watch 5 minutes, clicked on it, see what the score is, come back in 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, appreciate you. However you want to do it. My channel, I give a lot of respect, man. Like I don't go through half the stuff everybody else go through. You feel me? Like dealing with the negative and stuff. Like it is what it is over here. We just trying to have a good time, watch some football. Let's go. Almost fumbled that bag. All right, man. We're going on mute for a little bit.
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland.
What we playing for, Tap? We playing for 50 or what? We playing for 50 or 20 crab?
Coming up, we've got a good one in store.
We know, Tap.
It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens.
When I say Tuesday, we're going to do it. Let's go, y'all.
Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg
Hold on,
Olson.
bro.
That's the
I hear
kicker,
you.
Tyler
Hold
Lewis,
up.
set to get this
My
started.
TV's too loud.
Off we go
What's up,
here
bro?
in Baltimore.
Let's see. Let's say how we gonna exchange the money.
From the 35, it's first
Nah, I
and
don't
10.
got cash out, buddy. All right, real talk. Zelle, Apple Pay.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he works
Y'all hear
past the
me?
40,
See,
taken
he
down
owed us
after a
25.
gain 7.
He went. I swear to y'all. The whole thing is though, Tap, you can't we gotta be real like men about it. Like fourth quarter, 2 minutes. If you up by 21, I need to send you that bread because you know, you feel me? We ain't gonna see each other no more.
Is the man in motion. They run once more with McCaffrey. And nothing doing there. Only
like, you know what I'm saying? You know how like when the game over with, the chat just cuts off. So I'm saying either about fourth quarter, maybe 30 seconds, whoever's up, you feel me? If it's not, you know what I'm saying? Just pause it.
The defensive ends that are
like
good
that.
in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
He's got his tight end.
Yo.
Still going. And he will score. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away.
Chan.
This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube right now. I was on TikTok.
Go.
Hey, Ozzy, shut up, bro. Yeah, the first carry for King Henry. And good, hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5. It's a gain of 5. From the 31. Here is 2nd and 5. Play action now. Jackson. Forced to his right. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That's hot. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. 39 yards. At the 30-yard line.
Hey, let's see. Say, don't get silent. Now you holding your breath.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Forced out wide. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone.
Oh my gosh.
And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchdown. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's why I don't like doing the bets. No. You said send you the course. You said I want my grade. Nah, I got you, man. 21 is skunk. 21 is skunk.
That's for Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Open receiver, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall. They'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
A gain of 15 yards. And the 49er first down. A gain of 15.
We are through 1. The Niners have the early advantage. We'll be back in Baltimore.
It's
the 49ers with the football in start quarter number 2 as they've got it with 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. He'll complete that to his fullback. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Here's Purdy again. That's into the hands of the fullback. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey.
oh.
And he'll get into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey.
Hey, he said extortion.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers move out on top 14-0.
Ravens nothing.
So now after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away.
Nah,
On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell.
DC.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
41-yard line.
Straight out of bounds.
Jackson now to throw on first down. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. 37 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
On the handoff is Henry. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional.
I threw it to the wrong person, man. I was supposed to hit X. I hit
Their rookie corner.
All right, first game, man. First game.
They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
It's a gain of 7.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Gets this one into the hands of Jawan Jennings. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. The Niners use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Couple of first downs to start this drive. They're first and 10 up at the 42. One of the tight ends in motion right. Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
Kittle is the man in motion. Purdy going to put it up again. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
On third down, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that third down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They're going. Here's Purdy. And the rush is going to get there. He goes down. They were taking a big risk going for it from their own territory. It does not pay off. And it's a turnover on down. And the pistol. Jackson ready. He's going to tuck it and go. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up first and goal. And at this point, they need all the points they can get, so kudos to them coming away with 3 before the half. I think they're going to need an overall better performance offensively going forward if they plan on pulling off this second half comeback.
Here's Sky Moore now to return it. Oh, he tries to lateral the ball, but it's a mistake. That ball's out. But this is taken in by a teammate. out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. From off the edge, Nick Bosa with the stop.
32-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up
Pistol formation with Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. He's got it! That changes a lot. He's out of bounds all the way down at the 20-yard line. A big play there. Jackson to Flowers. 47 yards.
That's a 20-yard line.
On first and 10, Jackson. Flush to his right. This is going to be caught for a touchdown. But there is a marker down, and you can tell they know this is coming back. Second down, Jackson. He'll go right back to Flowers. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out.
This? Come on, man.
Intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to get the football at their own 23.
It's been like that was
The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. Up the sideline at the 35. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. And the 49er first down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
On play action, here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it'll lead to a second down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He's got his man, complete to Pearsall. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, 49.
14 yards. And the 49er.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Airing one out for Bourne. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And he covers some ground on the return as well. Out of bounds, past the 40-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Brings up second and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Play action now. Jackson moving left. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
On third down, Jackson on the run to the right. He'll try to run for it.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
On fourth down, they snap it to Jackson. And he He's got it to Flowers for the connection. He's going to have a Ravens first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on fourth down.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Jackson looking to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter.
Gain on the play. Second
So,
and 10.
3 quarters have come and gone.
14-yard line.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. This is caught 2. And he will score. Game on. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. Can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. A give from McCaffrey running right. And despite a nice juke, they're going to get a yard to show for it. 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Purdy. Open man, it's the tight end, Jake Tonjes. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he's not going to get there. Wallop right at the line of scrimmage. And now it's 4th down.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. Now Purdy. He finds his big receiver. That's Jennings.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. Finding room across midfield. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. That one good for 29. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to McCaffrey. And he's down at the 3. What a run. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. And they'll run here with McCaffrey. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. They'll drop to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
3rd and goal. Purdy. It is brought in the end zone. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, San Francisco. Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, it's Mitchell. Now an opening as the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. Rolling right. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. And he will go all the way. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Ravens.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Big moment here for the Ravens as they will go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson out of the pistol. Moving outside the pocket. He tries to make a break for the goal line, but they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Purdy on 1st down. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. Purdy now on 2nd down. This throw left side caught by Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield.
Not stop.
Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll run here with McCaffrey. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
16 more yards. That's another 49er 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, 30. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. It's going to be their 2nd. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun. They'll give it to McCaffrey. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Pushed out to his left. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Here's Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Gonna give the ball over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Pistol formation with Jackson. He runs with it. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Well, they do indeed get the timeout, so not all is lost. They will have a chance for one final fling to the end zone.
Hey, let's see. Can we do it? We did it before. Can we get it?
Now to throw on first down.
Don't look like it.
Well, he needed to get rid of that one, but he holds on. Going to lose yardage. It'll be credited as a sack.
I understand what he's trying to do, Mike. He's thinking, can I extend this play? Can I get out of the pocket and buy some time for my receivers? But on these early downs, that's a ball that just needs to be thrown away.
One last shot now for Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory.
I mean,
so a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, we wish you
A full house expected here tonight, over 70,000, and the fans still filing into Mercedes-Benz Stadium just west of downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Atlanta. Nifty move. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. And they'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Still on his feet. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, 72 yards. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for two.
The Falcons will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll let Robinson try and run. And he will get in to make it 8-0. They wasted no time showing how aggressive they're going to be in this game. They get the quick score, and then they go for two, CD.
Surf's up, partner. And when surf's up, you ride the wave. They felt great about that quick drive, put it in the end zone. Why not go for two? They felt comfortable with the play call that they had.
And the home crowd loves it. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Well, he gave him the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return, Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And this one not going anywhere. They get it to 44 for a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with the ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Jackson going to keep it. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now it's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, 26 yards. And the Ravens are back within a couple of the lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Robinson up the middle. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Penix. Caught by London. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Down to about the 22 here.
110 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
To the air, Penix. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's going to be touchdown, but he's got the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 1.
They'll run with Robinson. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Robinson going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
It's now third.
Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
But he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point
They'll bring a tight end in motion. They'll try and throw with Penix. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
The score, Falcons 14, Ravens 7.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Ravens.
Touchdown.
I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Now, points certainly not at a premium here. These two teams all tied after one. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
On the set. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Let's go now. 79 Brock, Cowboy 80. 19 tight, 19 tight. Take over.
They'll throw with Penix. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Down to about the 32. Here's 2nd and 7.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd
And London
and 7.
motioning left.
32-yard line.
Looking to throw. Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
And 5.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Into the hands of London. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now Penix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Charlie Warner, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Throwing is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Offense was moving a little bit, out back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
A gain of 27 on the play.
Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper. That's going to bring up a third down. Jackson will keep it. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on fourth. Jackson's going to try the sneak. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line. They begin the drive with Robinson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
A 28-yard gain.
Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Ravens.
Jackson now. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
This defense started a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Jackson going to keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing quickly for Mark Andrews. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line.
14 yards. That's another Baltimore 1st down.
To throw is Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers from 21 yards away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from capturing the lead. On his loop for the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd.
Makes the score. Ravens 21. Falcons 20.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
2nd and 7.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Now they'll shift things around.
7.
And looking to throw, Penix. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Roquan Smith. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. That's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception. give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers with now his 2nd touchdown of this third quarter. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 165 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A play fake. Now Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Atlanta, Georgia's the spot, and glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Penix working out of the gun here. Got a man, it's London. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw here. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
What great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Back now in Atlanta. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
At their own 35-yard line.
offense out there for their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
The Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 49.
Here's Penix. This pass is caught by London. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. To the air, Penix. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
The Falcons.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal.
Falcons 28.
And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
31-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Third down.
Now Jackson will try to pick it up himself. And Jackson's so tough to
What's going on with you, babe?
How
you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the channel.
Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
67.
Inside handoff, Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
I like your videos, bro.
For more yards running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Here's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Yeah.
And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
I am so lucky. I'm the only one who's watching you.
Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. They did exactly
I appreciate it. It looked like it's another person. I appreciate it.
After the touchdown,
I didn't mean to do that.
back out to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position in the 40.
Respect, bro. Respect. You too, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
It just, you know how the joint goes.
They'll come up first and
Hey,
10 here.
you was killing me with Robinson. I think my man got like 185 yards.
They'll throw with Penix. And this will be caught by Mooney. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Penix.
That was a nice catch.
And that not at all what they were hoping for. He does stop the clock, but it eats up precious time and winds up losing yardage.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And here come the whistles.
I have a question for you, bro. Who's your favorite football team? Mine is the Chicago Bears.
Ravens.
Looking to throw Penix.
Good
This is
stuff.
caught, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's
Nice.
but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
They'll let Robinson try and roll.
Hey, I just let him do anything.
As the two-point conversion is successful. Only got a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a two-point conversion? They treat
That
2
run
yards
back, man,
as
that's
if it were
what really
20.
saved
If
me.
you're a
That's
good
what
team
picked
running
me.
the
You know
ball,
what I'm
go to your
saying?
strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Why did you started this video? When was your first time started videos?
Good game, bro.
So that last kickoff, just a mere formality.
Nah,
Obviously,
my first
Charles,
video was probably
wrapping up
like
a game that
last
they
year,
should be very
August.
happy about.
I started streaming just cause, man. It was just for the fun. And it's always gonna be for the fun, you know? That's why I don't rage and do all that other crazy stuff. This stuff is fun, you know? But I think I'm about to go get some breakfast, y'all, man. I appreciate everybody for watching. I appreciate you. What was your name? Martin.
Nice.
I appreciate you for just commenting, just doing what you're doing, man. I appreciate that. Till next time, y'all. Thank you. Hey, have a good day, yo. It's Saturday.
There's
Try to get
only
out
one guy.
Look, try to go outside and get some get some of that sunlight.